Avengers: Age of Ultron is the latest superhero action blockbuster from Marvel Studios. The film centers around the titular Avengers finding a hidden Hydra base containing secret weapons, technology, and information. After receiving a vision of a dark future during the raid, Tony uses this newfound information, unbeknownst to the rest of the team, to create Ultron, an artificial intelligence capable of human-level cognition. However, this ends up backfiring, and Ultron goes rogue, seeking the extinction of humanity. So now the Avengers must band together once more to stop the Age of Ultron before it can begin. It goes without saying that after the earth-shattering popularity and success of the first Avengers film, let alone the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole, that this film is undeniably one of the most anticipated films of our time. But does it live up to the hype and standards set by its predecessor? Personally, I think it does. For starters, the story is certainly more interesting than the original. Yeah, killer AI going on a rampage isn't exactly a new concept, but other than that, the film actually did manage to keep me guessing and managed to surprise me with the direction it went a few times. There was also much better character development in this film, especially for characters like Hawkeye and Hulk, who sadly weren't given solo films this phase, and apparently still won't be getting any over the coming decade. The action in this film is also fantastic, but that's to be expected. Still, there are a few flaws here and there. The CGI in the movie was certainly impressive, but there were a few times when I just couldn't get over how fake some of the effects looked. I could really tell they were just computer generated. And also, I am glad they went a different direction and tried something new with Ultron in this film, but what we have just feels not necessarily bad, but not quite the mechanical menace I would expect. He feels kind of like a wacky sitcom star if they were a genocidal sociopath. Not to mention his arc is rather predictable and cliche. Ultimately though, despite a lackluster villain and the occasional lapse in suspension of disbelief from the effects, the film has an interesting and unique story with decent character development and fantastic action. Thus, in this critic's opinion, The Avengers: Age of Ultron reigns supreme and is worth the price of admission.